The What It Takes Radio Company presents Hey, it's time to do it right. And could it be that as an entrepreneur, you need to get pretty good at selling you? May I tell you some stories? Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stan, and here I am again in the ending of the week. Yes, Thursday flowing into Friday, and finally it appears that we may be getting a little bit out of the cold spell that has really kind of buried us in many parts of the United States, particularly those of us who are now on the East Coast. Though I've found that even my friends in Arizona have told me that it's nice, it's comfortable, but it's been a bit chilly there from time to time too. And of course, my one of my favorite places in the world, Tucson, Arizona, has been very much in the news, obviously all over the world for that tragic case of kidnapping or whatever it's going to land up being. It's not good right now, but our hopes and thoughts and prayers are for the family and that there will be a safe return of the wonderful woman who was taken away from her home. 84 years of age. And as I said before, I know that area very well. And of course, the desert has its charms and it has its alarms. One of the things that I knew, because I'm a person who gets up quite early in the morning, and it was not uncommon around our home that around 4 o'clock, 4:30, that we would hear the coyotes going crazy and just screaming and barking. And what we knew was that was what we called a kill call. And what that meant just is that the coyotes had found an animal and they were taking it down and killing it. Or it could be that a mountain lion or something bigger had found the coyotes and was taking them on, and they were screaming and hollering and defending themselves against being attacked. But that was a common thing. The desert is a beautiful and it's a difficult place. And so that's part of that story. Now, what I'm trying to do right now at this particular stage is there are a number of adaptations we are making to our business. And the reason I'm doing that is because everything has changed. I have a friend who has had a business for a good many years, and he's trying to make sure that it will continue. And I just had to simply say to him, I know you've had reasonably good luck. And he said, well, we've had a bit of a storm lately. And I said, well, you know what? You're probably going to be in a storm quite often, because what's going to happen is this is the performance economy. The AI is in many cases revolutionizing and in some cases devastating what business models will be like. And so we're saying that one of the things we want to help people do is to do it right. We are a business performance coaching experience. Now, there's a little longer description of that, which in effect says that we are in the leadership business, we are in the mentoring business, and we are in the coaching business, and we are in the business of helping people market themselves and use the mass marketing media. So those are the qualities we bring. Now, one of the things I have done is put together, based on over 20 years of experience 20 years ago. This was the book. It's now out of date, but not really. You see what it says? You make the difference. And it was a sales book. And what I was trying to do, because here is the deal, is that most of the things that you have for sale, somebody else has. And it may be better than yours. It may be cheaper than yours. Everybody's business has a competitor of some ability or capability, or maybe even more than you. Though what I helped people discover was that in today's world, you make the difference. Oftentimes, it's not your product or your company or your service, it's you. And the performance, not just the service, the performance that you provide that helps them, encourages them, makes them feel important. That's what I was good at, helping people say, I'm the difference. As one of my good friends said, he told the client, he said, "Yeah, I confess, they have a cheaper product, and it's pretty good, but it's not quite as good as ours. And by the way, they don't have me. I'm here to help you. I want to be the difference in this sales, not a transaction, but a relationship." So here's what I'm saying right now is most entrepreneurs that I've discovered are good at their business. They're great at their product, and they're very good in their service because you have to be or you don't survive. However, I have found that when it comes to the skill or the art of salesmanship, selling and marketing, they usually are quite weak. And that's what we specialize in. We are going to help you become really good. We're going to help you do it right when it comes to performance marketing. Remember that. Performance marketing. Now, most people are still involved in, unfortunately, dead tree marketing. My mailbox gets full of nice and glossy dead trees, paper brochures, which of course 95% of them get thrown into the wastebasket right by the mailboxes. We don't recommend that you do that. We really don't. Also, there's a lot of internet marketing, which is what we call IA. That is, it is interruption advertising. You get it, those things that pop up all the time, and you're linking, you're trying to do something else, and all of a sudden something pops up. Yeah, tons of those things. Let me tell you a secret. They really don't work. They really don't. Yes, occasionally it'll happen. But most of the people who were smart gave up. Seth Godin, who many of you may know, has somewhat kind of the same haircut I do, he said, interruption marketing is not nice. And you don't like it when it happens to you. So why do you do it to others? Why do you think it's better when you do it? Well, it's not. Now, there will be people who say, oh yeah, it worked, I got this. But let me tell you, when it comes to building relationships in the world today, that kind of marketing will not make a difference. You're going to have to learn how to be very good at performance marketing. So here's what I want to help you understand. There you are. You're going to have to learn how to sell yourself. All right? That's the first thing. If they don't like you, they won't buy from you. Okay. Secondly, you're going to have to learn the art of selling services. All right? Because that's different than selling stuff. And that's very different from selling experiences, or perhaps selling transformations. All of those are different ways that you have to learn what to sell. And as I say, you actually have to learn how to do sweet spot selling. Now, unfortunately, most people in the entrepreneurial world, they make offers. As I say, they're pretty good at putting out, maybe a blog page or a website that makes offers. So they're in the business of offering their services or their products. That's not usually good enough. In a nice way, you have to learn the art of not just offering, but doing some performance marketing and then some performance selling. And there are ways to do that. And that's what we believe we're quite good at. If you think that you and your team need some help in your sales and marketing, and I guarantee you, 95% of the people who might hear this could use some help. You could use a coach, you could use somebody with experience who could help you do it right. You have to learn how to do performance marketing, performance selling, and you're going to have to learn how to do it behind the microphone and in front of the camera. And that's what we'd like to help you do. We have a number of affiliations, but you can reach out to me. We do a number of things like this. I'm Stan, STAN, at witradio.net. Stan at witradio.net. Let's have a conversation. That's all it is. Most of my time when I sell people, I just tell stories and have conversations. You'd be surprised how good that can go for you. Reach out to me, and I'll be glad to help you as best I can. Or if this is being recommended to you by one of your friends or colleagues in your company, please, they may want to reach out to you. Someone says, if you want to do something different, just go and put Stan Hustad in the Google or whatever search engine you're using. And by the way, there are so many radio programs and so many video programs, something will show up, and who knows, it might even be helpful and useful to you. Maybe. Take care, my good friends. All the best. Remember, let's do it right. Bye for now.